what's going on, guys? It's Basic. So last week we finished playing Black Myth Wukong. The game was just incredible. The combat is so engaging, the story is really good, cutscenes are like a movie, but the game wasn't hard at all. And I do mean at all. So I decided to attempt beating the game as level 1. If you guys want to watch this live, drop a sub. I stream right here on YouTube and also on Twitch. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed this video and comment if I skipped anything during my gameplay or if you have any ideas for the next challenge. Hope you'll have a good day, have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Toodles! As always, the game starts with these two guys, the Dumb and Dumber. After that, I kill a couple of their cousins until I reach the first mini-boss, the Steroid Smurf. Before we start, I take a sip of my drink. We started off with me landing some shots, followed by a couple panic rolls. Being a good sport that I am, I eat a couple hits to even out the playing field. Once I get him to half HP, Grandpa blesses us with some of those Hogwarts goodies. I then use the freshly learned spell to even further shit on this gender fluid cow until he decides he had enough. After my precious victory, I continued the path to my first meditation spot where I calm myself after that invigorating fight. Plus the free spark, which help a lot when I can't spend them. Finally, I reach the first, kind of an exploration area in the game. But right before I get to enjoy it, we do a little wardrobe change. Cause I didn't pay 10 extra bucks to not use this stuff for the next 10 minutes before it all falls off and I never use it again. After changing my armor, the little dude changes us into a bug for no fucking reason. But because I'm a nice person, I play along with this weird roleplay fetish he has and go buzz about my business. And by my business, I mean finding the big ol' what if Chameleon and Buddha had a blind baby looking ass. And boy oh boy was my dad right when he said all babies are a pain in the ass. But not this guy. We kill him on the first try. Never mind. I continue to get my ass powdered and handed to me a couple of times until finally my coffee kicks in and I get my revenge without using a single heal. As a reward, I get his spirit, which is actually pretty good. Oh, we can't take that yet, fuck. Never mind. But at least I get two things, the Curious that gives me some critical hit rate and some more sparks which I can put into my savings account. I teleport back to my portable temple and head towards the wolf that ate the little Red Riding Hood. I let him kill me once in the spirit of my childhood story. I join Grandma and the little girl for a brief moment till my game loads back up and I return to the scene of the crime. We start off with me showing him some dance moves. Following up with the reverse stripper. That's the move I call where I spin the pole around me. He then tells me he was in a marching band as a majorette and shows off his moves. We do this little dance for about a minute until he finally lets go of his majorette baton and gives me the ability to turn into a marching band wolf in Grandma's clothing. I also ring the bell to let everyone know that Johnny is here and I'm coming for them with my axe.
Here's Johnny!
Just kidding. It's one out of 3 bells we gotta ring to get to the secret boss. I make my way to the temple where I'll face the next boss, the oversized albino wolf. I make it more than halfway without even getting a scratch, which means finishing the job shouldn't be a problem. It wasn't. After obtaining my new carpet, I head out to meet the local artist. He decides to draw a dick on my bottle like we're in elementary school. Like seriously dude, come on. But that allows me to use the spirit of the big baby we bullied earlier. Then I follow the little current until I get jumped by Kermit the Frog. He tries to hit us with a couple of swings, back kicks, even a clit slap. But he's no match for my big long stick.
Ooh, that's kind of small. Yikes.
I take a sip of my coffee and make my way to the next boss, the testicle head snake lover. We trade a bit of damage so he doesn't get discouraged too early into the fight before I call in my friends. I start off by bringing out the blind baby for a little head action.
What do you mean by that?
Then I switch to the marching band wolf. They combine for a great amount of damage, and Wolfie decides to finish him off with the Death Stare. After the thrilling battle, I ring the second bell so everyone knows I'm still here.
Here's
I continue the journey down the path until I reach my brother, who seems to be in trouble. So, I jump in to help him, but the bully doesn't seem to have enough. Until he gets embarrassed with a nasty ankle breaker. My brother decides it's time to get down from the tree and return to his bar. I give him some bill to help with the business, and in return I get a couple of stuff and upgrades for my sippy cup. After we are done talking about what an asshole our dad is, I make my way downstairs to the local pond, where I find the next boss, the Aquaman from Wish. We easily get into the second stage, where he turns into a snake and beats me fair and square. But unfortunately for him, his victory is short-lived as I make my way back and show him that I can kill him with no struggle at all. Easy. I quickly return to my portable temple to craft the new armor before I head towards the third bell. With ringing the third bell, I get teleported to the secret area, the old temple. But this time, it looks like I'm in purgatory. Inside the temple, we find the secret boss, the 2024 Blind Baby World Champion. Unfortunately, due to his amazing flying kicks, we lose our first battle. But we come back for a second round, and with the help of his little minions that heal us when killing them, this job is very easy to finish. He tries to give me a little speech, but I didn't feel like listening to him cry for the next 30 minutes, so I skipped and picked up my reward. The Fireproof Mantle, which will help me with the final boss of this chapter. On the way to the final boss, I make a little stop to center my chi, beat up a couple rats, until I run into this guy, the human form of the final boss. Chinese Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He gives me a whole speech about motivation, gym, and how he's 100% natural, but I don't remember asking him about any of those things. He keeps on talking and talking and talking, so I take the first swing. Gotta tell you, he ain't too happy about that one. So he turns into protein powder, which is apparently his favorite thing to do. Throughout the fight, I call in my friends, the baby and the wolf, and together we show him that it ain't all about the muscles. After yet another speech from The Rock, I get a visit from the old man. He seems to like the idea of the protein powder magic trick and decides to teach us how to turn into good quality protein. And on that note, it's time for a word from today's sponsors, My Protein. Just kidding, let's get back to the challenge. Where was I? Oh yeah, with the protein powder spell in my pocket, I start making my way up the mountain to the final boss. Along the way I stop to kill a couple of rats, some purple dudes, and another steroid smurf. We finally make it to the portable temple at the top, where we take a little power nap before the boss. And here I am, the final boss. The famous cocaine bear. I go in there like I always do. No fear, no plan, just pure balls and stupidity. And I pay the price. So I return with some more patience and help of my friends. It's not long until he decides to turn into protein powder again. And with his amazing precision and my incredible dodging skills, I'm forced to do the same. For the next couple of minutes, the story continues. Until we get to the last round. I gather my courage and remember what my mom used to tell me. Don't be a bitch. So, I send it. Thanks, Mom! With all of the wild animals dead, I have cleaned the forest of Yaogwai infestation, which concludes the first chapter. Hope you guys enjoyed, see you in the next one.